Hey Scotty, what is up? Um, this is a new series that I'm thinking of doing. We have three options, pretty much. I can do be a GM here. I wish I chose a different team, but I chose the Boston Bruins. I was just kind of doing it for fun, and I did the first 5 rounds, and then I just auto sim the rest. But yeah, I did it just for fun, so I didn't really think of changing the team, but unfortunately, I just picked Boston just because it was the first one that was there, and then or so yeah. So we can do this. We could do. I have another fantasy draft with a team that's less good, and maybe that might be better. Or we could do the Boston Bruins, the one that you and I did, and we could go into year two and try to repeat. My idea is we'll play every game. I might even try to dabble in some editing to make videos shorter, but not yet. But yeah, so I'm gonna do a quick overview. I just chose this one first because I think this is the one I want to do. But after the first few games, we'll have to reassess how we do it because the team is stacked. I did um, the first 5 rounds, I think it was, or maybe six. But yeah, we'll go into edit lines. You can see who we got. So we got Patrick Marleau, Thornton, Spezza, Horton, Carter. I think in the first round I picked Carter. In the second round I got Spetz. No, no, actually, this is how it went down. First round, I took Ryan Suter. Second round, I took PK Subban. I know, I went with two defensemen. I was thinking we got to get centerman because center is where it's important. But then I thought I could pick Suter and then get Giroux in the second round because I've seen Giroux drop before in the second round and go pretty low, but it was not to be. So I went with Suter and PK Subban, and then I got Carter, and then I got Spezza, and then in the next round, the fifth round, I saw Joe Thornton, and I was like, I can't not take Joe Thornton. So I ended up picking up Jumbo Joe there, and my thinking was, like at first I was like, hey, Carter, Spezza, beauties, and then when I saw Thornton, I was like, sick, I could put Carter on the wing, and Joe Thornton up the middle, and yeah, and then yeah, so it's just been unreal. And then I think that is when, oh no, and then the next one, I was looking at forwards. I was looking to see who I could put there or wherever. I'd noticed some people were taking goalies, and I was like, maybe I should take a goalie. But I was like, I saw Brent Burns, and I was like, dang, could you imagine this defensive core? Suter, Subban, Burns. It's unreal. It's not even fair. Uh, so yeah, and then in free agency, we went ahead and we picked up Richards, Kelly, um, and Diaz, and then there's a few guys in the minors that we have too. Goaltending, I picked Hiller, just because he was the best goalie available. And I don't really like Hiller, but I you don't really have a choice, right? When you wait so long to pick a goalie. And then it was at that point where I did the auto draft, and I think the first pick that they did for me was Victor Stahlberg. No, it was Nick Spalling was the first pick that they made for me, which was, I don't know why. He's 26. He's 3.5 red. But anyways, I don't think I picked Marlowe. I think they did that for me. But yeah, so these are the lines. This is what I had at first for the lines. Was like this. But I played 2 games in the preseason. Both started with this. After the first period, we didn't have any goals, and so I just did a little flipperoo here, and then we just were pure domination. So I'm thinking Marlowe and Thornton, they just have that connection together, and then you put a big power forward with them, and it just seems to work. Nathan Horton, I was thinking maybe I should be trading him to get like an 83 overall or something, because I'm it's funny because I'm lacking right wingers, right? Because these 3 guys are all left wingers, but my thinking is trade the only right winger I have to maybe plug a hole here. But with these defensemen, you're just so stacked it doesn't even matter, right? And then goaltending, I kind of want to trade both of these guys to get just one goalie who's a little bit better, like 87 or 88. And then we have Chad Johnson in the minors. We can see here. Oh, I don't know why they have him scratched. Best lines. There we go. So Chad Johnson, and then yeah. So we have guys that in the minors right now are Hendricks, Chad LaRose, and then Matt Martin. Oh, and Jesus. There's a few guys that we're trying to sign right now. One of them is Adam Burish. He's a right winger, 85 face-off guy. So I like having guys like that on my team. We also need some defensemen ready to pick up. Oh, Chris Campoli. Remember this guy? 2 goals, 1 shift. But anyways, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. I think this video's gone on long enough, so I'm going to cut it about here, and then I can show you the jersey numbers and the captains if you want. I did Thornton, Spezza, Suter, but like we have so many assistant captains on the team in reality, because we got Burns, we got Carter. I don't know if Horton ever wore an A. Chris Kelly, he's an assistant captain. Marlowe, I had Marlowe first, but I was like, screw it. Sorry, Spezza, we got to give it to Marlowe. No, I can't do it. I don't know. It's so freaking hard, because I want to have A's on kind of every line. You know what I mean? And then one on defense. But you got Mike Richards. He was an assistant captain before he got into trouble. Spezza, he's an assistant captain. Subban is, but I don't really like that guy. Suter and Jumbo Joe, he's an assistant captain now. But anyways, so we got a pretty solid team. We kind of we lack depth, but that's because if you look at our if we go to our contract screen right about here, we have 1.2 million. Carlo Koliakovo is another guy that we're signing. So we only have 1 million available, but if we sign him and then put him on the team, he's $1 million. So yeah, so we don't have much room to do anything. I looked into free agency, to get like a Brooks Orpik or something like that, which I think would have been amazing for our team, but he's like $3 million, right? We can't afford that. For obvious reasons, right? We're spending 8 million, 6 million, and 5 million on the top 3D, right? Which leaves, look how much we spend on the rest of the D, all less than $1 million, right? 2 of them are UFAs, one's an RFA. So this team's going to be interesting if we play. We could do play a game, sim a game, and then I'll just turn injuries off every time I sim, because I did a practice test or something like that where I simmed the first 10 games and then I was going to play the next 10, but then Nathan Horton got injured for a long period of time, which I was fine with, but I decided I want to actually play the first game of the season. That makes more sense. But yeah, you can see here, like we spend a ton on our superstars, right? So Marlowe, we're spending close to 6 million on him for the next 3 years. Hopefully he doesn't retire. And then yeah, we barely spend any money on the rest of the rest of the guys there. 6 million. We spend a lot on Jason Spezza. Thornton too. Carter is pretty darn freaking cheap, if you ask me. I'll take that contract for Jeff Carter. Sorry, Jeff Carter. I didn't know he was that cheap. And then these are two guys that we got in free agency. I got them for the same price, which is, I think, is pretty good. I might have been able to bargain a little bit more, but in free agency, you just kind of want to make sure that you get them, right? So I did bargain, and I got them for a little cheaper than they were asking for. But yeah. So yeah, and then we got Brad Richardson. So I don't know. I honestly, I have no idea how our team's gonna do. I know it's gonna do very well, but I mean in the future, because if we look in the system, like we got Matt Martin, but he's already 25. So in real life, he grows to like an 81, but in this video game, I don't think he's gonna grow enough. We got Brandon Leipzig, beauty. Toronto fans will know that. And then we got some old guys here, but like for prospects, Max Reinhardt is probably our best prospect, but he doesn't even look like he's gonna grow to be that good. So some clear holes in our team. Maybe this guy can be good. And then on defense, we got some holes here too. So I don't know. I think this could be fun. We just got to figure out how we're gonna do it and how it's gonna work, and be successful. But anyways, I thank you for watching that first video. We got a pretty stacked team. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.